T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. Let's you teed it up. I try to behave and you just keep drawing it back in.
Keep poking you.
Yeah, you keep poking the bear, man. All right, let's keep it going.
All right. Here we go.
And Anna says we are naughty bunnies. Desi says she's driving. If she crashes, it's my fault. All right. I have been wanting to talk to you guys. Mark and we had a whole conversation about this yesterday, and it wasn't even a planned training. And this became one of today's major training topics. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
We need to let you in on a secret. And it's the secret to success, but it is also at the same time the secret to failure. If you're ready for this part of today's training, and we're doing fantastic on time, if you're ready for this, please put it in the chat that you're ready. If you're ready, say I'm ready, put it in the chats. Let me see. Okay. Mark, they're saying that they're ready.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So next slide. Here's the thing about this secret. Okay. Y'all come back and stay with us now. All right. Here's the thing about this secret. Very, very few people actually do it. Like, it's like the top 1% of people in the world do this thing. And most people don't do it. Like the bottom 99%, like the people who never succeed, this is one of the biggest reasons why they don't do it. Why they don't succeed. They don't do this thing. And they don't know why they're not succeeding. But it's so simple because they don't do this thing that is the secret. Y'all want to know secret? Who wants to know secret? Y'all want to know? Okay, I just want to make sure y'all still are. And see the thing about this secret, you would think that it's something that's hard, but it's not. It's really easy to do. It's such an easy thing to do that it's amazing that so few people do it. It's insane. Like, it's mind-blowing, right, Mark? It's mind-blowing.
Yes.
We were flabbergasted.
I'm laughing so hard I'm crying.
we were flabbergasted that so few people do it, and it's not hard, right? Like, what's the next one? We just make it hard. We do this to ourselves, and we just make it so hard when it's really like not hard at all. It's crazy. It's absolutely bananas. And I bet you really can't wait to know what it is. I bet you really can't wait. I bet you just like, please. I need to know, right? So you really want to know? Y'all really want to know? As a matter of fact, before we go here, I want some guesses. What do y'all think it is? What do you think it is? Okay, somebody said pick up the phone. Somebody said do the work. Somebody said action. Somebody said talk to people. I said hard work, just do it, self-image, retention, follow the plan, follow the leader, consistency, massive action, use your calendar, coachability, mindset, tools, follow up, tell your story, belief, all good stuff. All good stuff. But can I tell you that it is even more basic and simple than that? Y'all ready? Y'all want to know? Y'all want to know? All right, you asked for it. The secret to success and the secret to failure is follow directions. Oh my goodness, like seriously, folks, follow directions, follow instructions. And it is amazing how we mess this up, even better, F this up. And then what happens is we blame the other, right? So for example, people could fail in network marketing. Oh, that didn't work. Fail in Ibüümerang, that didn't work. But did you follow the directions? No, right? Fail at trading. Fail at trading. But did you follow the directions? Right? I was talking to Shamila. She was like, T, why are you so lit over this topic? I said, let me give you an example. I said, let's suppose you make a great cake and you give me the instructions so that I can make that great cake too. And those instructions call for 2 eggs and leave the cake in the oven for an hour. And so I go and I make the cake, but I use 1 egg and I leave it in the oven for 45 minutes and it doesn't come out like yours. Why didn't it work? I didn't follow instructions. And if I go and I make 50 more cakes the same way, 1 egg, 45 minutes, it's still not gonna work. And at the end of 51 cakes now that did not work, can I say, man, Shamila's recipe doesn't work? No, I don't work. I didn't follow directions. And most people are not self-aware enough to be able to recognize that. Like Donnie is my trading partner and trading coach. And when I mess up and I have a losing trading day because I didn't follow directions, and he goes, how did you do today? And I'm like, I screwed it up today. I did not follow the plan. I didn't do X, Y, and Z. He goes, good. You're now 1 step closer to being incredibly successful. Yeah. It's not, I don't know what happened. It didn't work. No, I didn't work today. And there's a difference between, like in trading, there's a difference between being wrong and messing it up. Being wrong, you're going to be wrong sometimes. Nobody's going to be right calling a trade 100% of the time. But very often, the reason that we lose is because we didn't follow our particular plan. Well, same thing in Ibüümerang, same thing in every aspect of life. When you don't follow the directions, you can't win.
You know, Donnie Pips has traded for 10 years and he still gets it wrong. He gets 99% of his calls right, but that 1%, and that's just a function of the marketplace.
Right.
Yeah. That's just a function of the marketplace. He's got everything nailed, and then it goes the opposite way. But Donnie is fantastic.
But what we're talking about here, though, are the places where we flub it up, right? Not just because we were wrong. You can't, like I said, you can't predict trading 100% of the time. And this isn't even a trading training. This is about something. Wait, when you guys see what this is about, it's going to drive you crazy. It's gonna be like, oh my God.
All right.
Right.
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's why we're doing this. Here's what gave birth to this trading. So we ran a contest. How many of you know about this contest, this challenge that's on the screen? How many of you know about this? Right? We had the rank up challenge. The contest period was from Saturday, August 19, which was the day we introduced Ibüümerang rank up. And it ran through the month of September 30. 3 categories: top recruiter. If you were the top recruiter, you were going to get a shiny new iPhone 15, which is worth what, about $1,200, $1,300?
Yeah.
If you're the top customer getter, you're going to get this projector. This projector is sick. And let me tell you how we got all these things. The marketing team sat around and said, what could the prizes be? Mandy on our social media team pulled up her wish list of things that she wished she had. And these are the prizes, right? The person who had the most prospects that attended a presentation or watched a video was going to get a webcam set up. They're going to get a Logitech webcam, which is a really good webcam, a ring light, and a green screen. Some of you guys are asking, why some of us have such good Zoom presence. It's because we use all these tools. I've got a green screen, I've got lights, I've got a high-tech webcam. And if you think my stuff is good, wait till you see Shane Anderson. He always looks like he's in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks like he's in a movie.
Right. So in order to win this challenge, we gave some directions. What were the directions? Number 1, expose people to Ibüümerang and elevate. Get what type of ambassadors? What type of ambassadors? It's on the screen, not a trick question. What type of ambassadors? Way to go, Bonnie. Way to go, Vita. New ambassadors. Like, not the people who are already on your team, but new ones, right? New ambassadors and new customers, all right? Then we also said the second instruction was to track your progress and your results through rank up. What does that mean? Move the cards. That's what it means, right? Move the cards from column to column. If you can move the cards from the column, put I can in the chat, right? You slide them. You click on it and you slide it over. If you can click on something and slide it over, put I can in the chat. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure it's not something you can't do. All right. And because people played with it, how many of you heard us say over the past 3 to 4 weeks that if you have test data in there or inaccurate data in there, clean it out? Anybody hear us say that? Anybody hear us say that? Do we say it more than once? Do we say it every week? Do we even put it in an email blast? I think we put it in an email blast, right? Because the test data or the inaccurate data would mess up the leaderboard, so we could not identify the winners. So Mark says to T. Gray, T, we need to pick the winners. T. Gray.
Oh, as soon as he gets in the office, I said, you need to pick the winners.
I still have my backpack on my shoulder. I still have my sunglasses on.
He just walked through the door.
And I'm like, can we do hello first? Before you start giving out assignments?
No.
Right? So I get my stuff set up. I open up the computer. I log onto the company rank up. And on the next slide, let me show you what we find. This is after about an hour of work. We can't pick any winners. We can't pick a winner. Why can't we pick a winner? Because, put it in the chat, people did not what? People did not what?
Follow instructions.
They didn't follow instructions. They didn't follow directions, right? We got a soggy cake, Vita. Exactly. right? And it's funny because I had Mark dying. I can tolerate a lot of things, but I cannot tolerate wasted time. Wasted time drives me crazy, right? I'll lose money trading. I'll be like, okay, do it again. But wasting time, oh my God, I'll lose my cookies. All right. So the instructions.
He was so
Use
upset
rank
yesterday.
up.
He was
Huh?
so upset.
Oh, I was lit. Use rank up to show new customers and ambassadors. But what do people do? They put their old ambassadors in and they put their old customers in. How do we know this? Because we pulled up the company data from the corporate back office and compared it to the rank up data, and it didn't match. People had all these ambassadors, and then we go and we look to see, we filtered for that period, they didn't have any. I'm like, so then who are these people? They owe people, right? We said track your progress by sliding the cards over. We got people who created the cards, but they didn't slide them over, or they only slid some over, right? So here's the deal. And I'm not going to say it's not a lack of integrity. No, people were not trying to, I'm not accusing anybody of trying to game the system.
No.
Because I know that that's
Yeah.
not what it was.
Yeah, that's not it.
I know that that's not what it was. Here's what it was. They didn't follow the instructions, and they didn't follow them all the time, right? So for example, here are just 4 people. 4 people. Let me show you 4 people. Number 1, person A. We're gonna keep the names out of this to protect the innocent. Okay. All right. This person would have won the iPhone. So we're gonna call this a $1,200 to $1,500 mistake. Okay. This person enrolled 11 new ambassadors. This person's a beast. They enrolled 11 new ambassadors between August 19 and September 30. And they enrolled badass 7 first-class boot camps. That's 1,800 plus points a pop. 3 first-class trades, 1,000 points a pop, and 1 business class. Everybody here wishes they were this person's sponsor. And on top of it all, they got 6 customers. But you ready for this? Not one in rank up. This person, when I pulled the company top recruiter list from the company back office, this person is number 1 in the company for that period of time. But none of this was in rank up. So we can't reward the person because this is a rank up challenge. One of the fundamentals is you had to use rank up.
And she did have rank up.
Oh, the person has this person. I wasn't going to give a gender. I want to start giving clues, but this person does have a rank up. Just didn't use it at all. All right. Which created an opportunity for person B to win. Person B had 9 enrollments. Second top recruiter in the company right now. This person created the cards. All the cards were there. But they didn't move any of them over. Not a one. They were all in the message sent column. Didn't slide them over. Which created an opportunity for person C to win. 8 new ambassadors, 3 new customers. But this person only had 6 ambassadors and 0 customers in rank up. So the company system shows that they enrolled 8 new ambassadors during the period. They got 3 new customers during the period, but this person only followed the directions sometime because only 6 of the 8 were shown and none of the customers were shown. And then person D was on top of the list in rank up. I'm like, this person's killing it. 10 new ambassadors, 20 new customers. But then when I looked at the company system, those numbers didn't match. And reach out to the person, and guess what they said? Oh no, those were my existing people. So after an hour and a half, I had to call it. I'm like, I can't sit here all day and do this. We cannot pick a winner. We can't pick a winner, right? So, folks, no prizes. That's right, Yvette. No prizes. Chemo says do an auction and raise the money for the BÜM Foundation. Asif called it. Look, here's what we're going to do. How many of you know what a push is? How many of you know what a push is? We're going to push. Okay.
Sylvie got it. Extend the challenge to the end of October.
Exactly. But we're not going to extend the challenge. We're not going to extend the challenge. We're going to take those prizes that we can't give for that first challenge. We're going to try again. And we're going to now make it an October challenge. The contest period is going to be October 1 through 31. The directions are exactly the same. They are not changing. The directions are screenshot it and share it with your team. All right. Screenshot it and share it with your team. Expose people. What do we want to see in there? New ambassadors, new customers. If you have old stuff in there, right? Meaning pre-August 19, any customers that you signed up prior to August 19, anybody that you enrolled prior to August 19, take it out. Okay, just take it out, delete those cards, take them out. You don't need them, track them there, they're in your back office. This is for tracking your activity to create new business, okay? So that when we run the period of October 1 to 31, all we see is new stuff. Okay, now here's the deal. Track your progress and your results. That means you create the cards, slide them over. When they sign up, when they actually sign up, when they're in the system, slide them over to the new ambassador column or the new customer column, okay? Elevate customers only, okay? We want to track what's creating. Now, Pat, I love you. You know I love you. But what does it say on the screen? October 1 to 31. Okay. So we're gonna be able to do this. Just don't put any more, like we're already 7 days in. Okay. If you've got old stuff in there going back to the first, right? People that you enrolled prior to October 1st, take them out. Okay. And I'm gonna make this easy for you. Anything that you have in there that's prior to October 1st. No, I don't want to mess up your data. Stick to August 19, okay? And make sure that if you have customers in there that you acquired prior to August 19, take that out. Ambassadors prior to August 19, take it out, okay? Everybody else can stay in. And your numbers are going to be good, all right? That way, when we pull the leaderboard, the right people are on the top. And when we try to match up what you show and rank up to the company, it'll show, okay? Yes. And we cannot wait to give you these prizes. Yeah. Now, if you guys mess it up in October, the iPhone is mine.
Yeah, and folks, make sure you move the tiles over. Yes. That's it. It's just a click and a drag. And
no, wait, Diana, you took out your new ambassador and your new customer? No, don't take them out. If they're new, leave them in. If you acquired them if you acquired that new ambassador or that new customer since August 19, leave it in there. The only ones that have come out are the ones from before August 19. Yeah. Because that messes up the data. See, when we went in rank up and we changed the date range to August 19 to September 30, what we want to see is who enrolled the most people during that period of time. If you enroll 10 people in July, but you decided you wanted to put them in there, it makes it look like you enrolled 10 people in that period, which is not fair and not accurate. Does that make sense? So that's why you want to take anything out from prior to August 19. Okay, because it messes up the data because you're putting old data in a new period. Does that make sense? Okay. All right.
All
The
right.
period, no, the period of time that we're measuring is October 1 through 31. Don't worry about it because the dates are, if you move a person into the new ambassador column today, the system is going to log it. Rank Up is going to log it as October 7th, which is fair. Okay. If you had a new person that you enrolled and you moved that card over on September 22, it will not show up in the October 1 through 31 period when we change the range. So you're good. We just want the data from August 19 to be accurate. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm trying not to make this super complicated. Perfect. Gotcha. All right. So we love you guys. We want you to have these prizes. We're going to do it again. We're going to run it back.
Mhm. Yep.
And let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gary Renfro says, how about a smartphone, T Gray? You know, an Android.
No, that's a smart camera.
Yes. They
That's
do.
all that is. That's a
Fantastic.
smart camera. That's a camera with phone functionality. If you want a smartphone, you need an iPhone.
There we go.
Yeah, Letitia, you know what? It's a great camera. They are the best cameras. I will give you that. They have the best cameras, but the rest of it is suspect. So, all right.
All right. You up?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Okay, so that was fun. Somebody said, what did I think it was Diana said this. This was really funny. She said, let me scroll back and see if I can find this comment. I saw it while I was ranting. It was funny. Diana, T. Gray has done a great job in piquing interest, sharing the lesson on following direction, and giving us all a butt whooping. This is great.
All right. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's move on. And this is one that we're gonna want some of your help with. All right. So this is the next training. We're gonna shift. Okay, we're gonna shift to the next training. We got the follow direct. Everybody know we need to follow directions to be successful. Everybody get that? Fundamental, follow directions. Okay, good. Now, here's what we want to talk about. This is a good one. Let's talk about how to keep customers. You guys are doing a fantastic job of getting customers. We did a report the other day to see how many customers you've acquired, and it is phenomenal. You guys are doing the work. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to keep those customers. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have received customer retention marketing from any business that you do business with? How many of you? Anybody? When I go to my dentist, and they take me in the back room to where I'm going to get my teeth cleaned. They have on a flat screen TV. TLN Dentistry welcomes Mr. Terrence Gray. You know what that is? Customer retention. My email is full of thank you for your business. Would you take our survey? Did we do a good job? 1-800 contacts is on their contact lens game. They are emailing me and texting me saying it's time to change your contacts. Are you ready for some fresh contacts? Fresh eyes love fresh contacts. Why? Because they understand that they don't want to just keep getting new customers. They want to have the existing customers keep buying, right? Anybody here ever walk into a business and they say, welcome back? Because they recognized you? Right. So remember, this is not play business. This is real business. Raymond Bateman. When I had my commercial tile company, I had people use me over and over. So I believe I know how to keep retention by satisfying the customers we have already. Yes.
That's key, Raymond.
Thank you. So let's talk about how to keep these customers. All right. And if you guys have any suggestions that we don't have on here,
Yeah.
shout them out. We're going to add them, right? We're going to add them as we go. Okay. All right. Let's dive in. So here's what we recognize. We are not saying in this training that customer retention is your responsibility. Customer retention is our responsibility, as in the company's responsibility and your responsibility. Okay. It is a shared responsibility. We have to make sure that the website is good, that the content is good, that the educators are good, that they show up on time, that they keep giving good stuff. We have to keep improving the product, which we do. We're on 3.0, 4.0 is already in the works. We're constantly making a list of things that we can and need to do better. And we are spending money to do those things. You're about to see whole bunch of new stuff coming. Tom Roberts says notifications for selected live Elevate calls. Guess what? That is coming. We're testing it right now. We've already put the work in. And we're testing it. We're about to roll it out to you because we know that that's something that we need to do. Right? So we're taking our responsibility seriously. We just spent an insane amount of money to try to work with Zoom, to get Zoom to work inside the platform so that we could do live streams inside the platform, only to find out that Zoom won't allow us to have the full functionality to do it inside the platform. So we had to abandon that. The money was spent already, and now we're trying to find another alternative so that we can deliver that to you.
Right.
Why? Because part of customer retention is making sure that people can't get the goodies unless they have an active subscription. All I know is that if I don't pay my Apple TV Plus subscription, I can't watch Apple TV Plus. If I don't pay my Netflix subscription, I can't watch Netflix. And if a person doesn't pay their Elevate subscription, they shouldn't be able to access the Elevate goodies. So we're working on that for you, right? So we know what our responsibility is. Mark and Shane are working on email series, communication series. So whenever anyone signs up for Elevate, customer or ambassador, they're getting constant communication, what to do next, encouragement, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. So we're going to hook this up, and it's going to be in MailChimp. And when somebody signs up for Elevate, an ambassador or a customer, it'll immediately fire off a series of emails telling them what to do.
Yep, they're going to get an email, and then several days later, they're going to get another one, and several days later, they're going to, just like you get from IGO, right? IGO does a great job of sending you, hey, did you see these deals? Did you see those deals, right? So we're going to keep doing our part, but you got to do your part too. And some people have a grandma philosophy when it comes to customers. You guys are like, what does that mean? Grandma philosophy is like when some of these young folks have a baby, they drop the baby off at grandma's house and try to leave grandma so that they can still go to the club and go hang out with their friends or whatever. And now grandma is now raising their child, right? If you just get customers and you don't do anything at all to try to help keep the customer, you're treating Ibüümerang and Elevate like grandma. Like, okay, you guys take care of it, right? And we have to work together on this. So if you have certain things that you do to take care of your customers and to keep your customers, be putting them in the chat for us to add to this deck, all right? But we went and we asked some of the people who have and keep a ton of customers. And we went to one of our champions, Emeline. Did I say it right this time, Mark?
Nope. Emeline Angakihi.
That's my girl. I don't say her name right, but that's my homie. She's in the CEO corner 4 consecutive months. You know what that means? 25 customers, 4 consecutive months. It means she knows how to keep her customers. She knows how to keep her customers. Okay. So I said, Emeline, what do you do to keep your customers? Here's what she said. First thing she does is she stays in touch with them. Communication. She stays in touch with them. Right? And I like that, Pat. Treat them like family. Okay. Where's my list here? Treat them like family. Treat like family, not like customers. Treat them like family. So Emily says she keeps in touch with them at least once a week. She does a Zoom, and she does it when the market's closed on the weekend. Right? You can do it whenever, but she's choosing the calm period, the weekend, to get her customers together and to just communicate with them. All right. And then she says she helps them out. So many of her customers are Tongan. And so she does training. We don't have Tongan in Elevate. So she does Tongan language training 5 nights a week. Again, you see, there's a common trait. What do we say? Caroline saw that we didn't have a profit because not just call on her time zone. I'm gonna do it. Emeline, we don't have Tongan language training. I'm gonna do it. Black Diamond, Desi Leapover, we don't have a Bulgarian presentation. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Marianne Schutz, Diamond, we don't have a Danish presentation. Okay, I'm gonna do it. So there we go. Right? She says, okay, I'm gonna do it in their language. But Diamond, Vaso Kranov, we don't have Bulgarian language trading group. I'm gonna do it. And she allows them to share their results so that they can encourage each other. So she's created a community, a group. Okay. And then this next one, I had to ask her to explain. She said, I show them care and consideration and respect. So what does that mean? She goes, well, I got people from all walks of life. Like she goes, I've got a young widow, husband just passed away. She's busy with her kids during the training. So she's not hard on her. She says, you just do what you can. You see what I'm saying? Do what you can. All right. Dr. Latrice, motivating messages weekly. Right. So again, that's under communication. And then lastly, I love this one. So quick, somebody do the math. If you have 25 customers and you make $30 per customer, how much money do you make each month? 25 customers, $30 per customer. How much money do you make each month? Now, and Emeline had 35 customers, $750. Here's what Emeline realized. It's the last thing Holton Bugs taught us a long time ago. All of the money that you make in your business is not your money. Somebody put that in the chat. All of the money that you make in your business is not your money. No, you got to put the whole thing. All of the money that you make in your business is not your money. Raymond Bateman, where are you at? Raymond, you had a commercial tile business. You had revenue from that business. Did you get to keep all the money? Did you get to keep all the money, Raymond? No, I did not. What are some of the things you had to use some of that money for? Real quick, drop it in chat for us, Raymond. Some of the money that came in, what did you have to use it for? Business expenses, people are saying. Payroll, tools, Raymond says, materials. And I've seen it several times already, marketing.
Yes.
Marketing. So Emeline realized I need to reinvest. I need to reinvest. Thank you, Damo. I need to reinvest. Erica and Rodney, they have to reinvest, right? And so she's reinvesting $200 to do a weekly challenge, right? So not doing $200 a week, because then she'd be doing all her money, but she'd take $200 and buy prizes right? Or $200 in this case. And when people win some of that $200, they can put it in a live account to get them trading. You see what I'm saying? So good stuff. Way to go, Emeline. So those are good tips from Emeline. All right, $50 a week. She's doing in challenge. There's nothing to keep the customer. Right. So great stuff from Emeline. And you guys are throwing out some good tips too. Mark, why don't you cover some of these next ones? These are some from Mark and myself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Jayla, she does an incredible job, and she gets people from all ages, all backgrounds, from all over the world, and gets them on the call. And once people hear these stories, they will be hooked. So
Caroline does too. Caroline too. Let's not forget Caroline.
Yep. So, but get people on the profit snatcher calls. And you know what? Use the link in your rank up so you can track those customers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those stories. So, I know what those stories do for me. Every profit snatchers keeps me trading. It keeps me in the game. It keeps me learning. Because when you listen to those stories, the work that Jayla and Caroline do to grab these stories, they're grabbing stories. They're trying to make sure on every call, there's somebody that everybody can relate to.
Right. Exactly.
And there's at least one time during the call where you say to yourself, if he can do it, if she can do it, if they can do it, I can do it. It gives you encouragement. It gives you hope, right? And that's one reason why we make sure in coaching Jayla and coaching Caroline, we make sure that they always talk about the learning curve. Why do we always make sure that we highlight the learning curve? Who can put that in the chat? You guys know what a learning curve is, right? How long it took somebody to get there. That's right, Shiloh, retention, right? To show the process. That's right, Diana. There you go, Mary. To set the expectations. Folks, we live in a microwave society. Everybody wants what? Everybody wants results when? Now. But like Bonnie said, we got to show them that it's a journey, right? So let's put that on the list. Set the right expectations from the beginning. Let me ask you a question. We talked about this before. How long does it take somebody to get a university education? To be an engineer or to be a nurse? 4 to 5 years, 3 to 4 years, 2 to 10 years. Right? But let me ask you a question. How many nurses do you know who made over $200,000 in the last 8 months? Not a whole year, 8 months. And only went to school for 7 months to learn it. 7 months learning curve, next 8 months, 200,000. And by the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't show it this way. 7 months learning curve, next 5 months, 100,000, next 2 months, 200,000. So you see the acceleration. Update on Christian story in Czech Republic.
Oh my God. This is
10 months learning, 10 months of learning and losing money and failing, but it wasn't losing, it was all learning experience. 10 months. After 10 months, he's 20 years old. You guys aren't ready for this. I just heard this the other day. I almost passed out. 10 months. Then after that, he takes $5,000 and turns $5,000 into 433,000 US dollars. Okay. I don't know that time period. I wasn't there for the story, but it was just a few months after the 10 months. Right. But we got the update a few days ago. When was Prague boot camp? Because that's when he told this story.
In May.
May. Prague boot camp was May. So in May, he was at 433,000. How many months is it from May till now? 5 months. So we're 5 months later, and his account is at $4 million.
That is insane. When I heard that, I couldn't believe it.
He
Yeah.
went to school for 10 months. He didn't make money in those 10 months while he was in learning from Elevate. He was blowing accounts during those 10 months. But he didn't do what average people do. What do average people do? Quit. He didn't do what some of you let your customers do. Quit. He stayed in it, kept learning, kept learning, kept learning, kept practicing, kept learning, kept learning, kept practicing, like Vita, 7 months, kept learning, kept learning, kept practicing, kept learning, like Nika, kept learning. Nika was an Elevate student from the beginning. She got to January of this year, and in January, her account had $437 in it. She stopped giving out the number because I guess maybe we stopped asking. I'll get an updated number from Nika. But between January and a few months ago, she was over 300,000. Most days, Nika comes out and she's already made thousands of dollars. And I'm talking about $5,000 to $20,000 before we even get on Coffee and Charts and start trading. Went to school for over a year. And now, literally printing money. We got to set the right expectations. That's why we share the learning curve. Because it sets the right expectation. And if you know that going in, you stay. When you first show up to nursing school, what do they tell you? It's going to take 2 years. You go into it knowing this is a 2-year journey. Even if you want to be a dental tech, when you show up for school, they tell you, hey, this is going to be 12 months or 18 months. You're going to school. Right? If you want to be an engineer, when you show up at school, they tell you this is going to be 4 years. So you know it's 4 years. From up front, you know this is 4 years. Why don't you tell your customers how long it's going to take? Hey, you might be an overnight success story, but most people aren't. It's going to take you some months. Commit to it. Commit to it. Commit to the learning curve. Is it worth it? Ask them, is it worth it? If you can get, if you could get even half of these results, is it worth it? If it takes you 6 months, if it takes you 9 months, but after 6 to 9 months, you're able to consistently make, let's say, $500 a day, which is $10,000 a month without leaving your house. Or like Brittany Klein, without getting out of bed with your kids crawling all over you. $10,000 a month, $500 a day. If you could do that, was it worth 6 to 9 months to learn it? And I like Damo's question. Are you worth it? Do you think that you're worth that? So you get the person in the mindset that that's how long they're going to do this. Does that make sense? And I'll tell you, Mark, you know why so many people don't do that? They're so excited and so mind blown. Somebody actually signed up. They don't want to They're afraid they're going to run them off, scare them. They're going to ask, if I tell them how long it's going to take, they're going to ask for their money back. No.
Yeah, just tell them these stories, folks.
Yeah. But don't leave out the learning curve. Tell them, hey, this person took, they stuck with it, they learned it, and here's the results they're getting. Make that part of the story.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, then the next one was this. Don't just drop them off. Right? When you show up at school, if anybody who went to school, what's the first thing they do? Somebody shows you around. Right? Somebody shows you around. Natasha, she says, I'm 5 months of going on every training and all the calls in the hub. I'm still learning. This company is amazing. It's feeding me. I have everything I need to be successful. I'm grateful. That's right. 5 months. Stay with it. Me too, Natasha. Okay. So when you sign up a customer, Mark says, don't just drop them off. Show them around.
Yeah. Yep. So you need to get them into the hub, show them around, and then have them start on FX 101. FX 101. And then this is key. Have them call you back when they finish FX 101 or set a time. Okay. How long are you going to, how much time do you think it's going to take you to do FX 101? And then call them right after that. So if they say, okay, 10 o'clock tomorrow, okay, 10:30, I'm going to call you.
See, Donnie Pip said, Coffee and Charts is not the drop-off daycare center. He says he's going to start charging for you dropping off your babies that you didn't send them to FX 101. All right? That's not the daycare center. Take responsibility for your babies. And sadly, that's what a lot of people are doing. Got a new person, bring them to Coffee and Charts, didn't have them do anything. They're completely confused. They're completely lost. And they're on there asking, why are some green and why are some red?
Yep.
Right? That's not what that's for. And by the way, so one of our rock star Super Bowl winning ambassadors there's a reason why he's winning at Elevate too. And I'm not talking about his own account. I'm talking about his customer retention. He shared with me what the curriculum that he gives his customers and new ambassadors who are signing up on Elevate. And guess what? It's at the end of this training. It's at the end of this training. You're going to want to stick around for this, and you're going to get your screenshots ready. If you don't know how to do a screenshot, you're going to want to figure it out within the next few slides. Okay. All right, here we go. Create community. So how do you create community? Telegram, WhatsApp. I've got one, right? I've got a group, I call it T-Grace Trading Friends. Every customer that I get, I put them in there so that they can hear some other voices, because we mess up when we're by ourselves. It's not hard to do by yourself. Have you tried to do this by yourself, Mark?
Yes. It's impossible.
It's really hard. It requires a lot of self-drive and motivation, and most people don't have that.
Yeah. And also you can encourage each other. You can encourage each other not to stop. You can encourage each other to take a trade.
Mm-hmm. You can put homework assignments, a new, what do we do in our group? Because Mark is in my group now too, and helping me encourage the people. When G Money came out with the new class, we dropped it in the group, say, hey, everybody, take this class. This is new. This is good stuff.
Yep. Risk boundary, risk management.
Yeah, it's so good, right? What Dr. Latree says, Telegram, telephone, Telegram, take a trade. Right. Okay, here's another one. You guys getting all of these? You screenshotting them?
Yeah.
Get your customers on live calls for trading, Mark says.
Yeah, dude, this is incredible. So there are two different personalities. Donnie has one.
There's more than
Money
two.
has one. And
David Hunt's got one.
David Hunt has some. But Coffee and Charts is going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Payday Live is with Live Market Scan with G Money is on Wednesday and Friday. Off the Charts is with David Hunt. And then Partners in Profit Snatching with Xander Golden and Patrick Fleur. So get people on these calls, get your customers on these calls, but you're going to have to be selective, okay? And match them up with whoever it is that you think that they would gel with, okay? Bond with. So you can sense, if you talk to your customers, you can sense where they need to be, okay? So if they're low key, you put them on a call with G Money. If they're high energy, put them on with Donnie Pips.
Yeah. If they're in the UK, put them on with David Hunt.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have new leaders that are stepping up and creating groups around specific pairs. Partners in Profit Snatching started out focused on trading UJ, but now they're expanding to some other pairs because as a group, they've gotten so good at trading UJ that the conversation is going so fast. They're like, okay, we can add some other pairs in here. Right. So we have that, and we have other ones too. And we'll keep adding to the list, but this is all in your Elevate Hub. And we should add that to the list. You need to know your Elevate Hub. Know your own product.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of when Rod Smith sent me what he shares with people, one of the things I was most impressed with is how well he knows the hub. You'll see in a few minutes, in a few slides.
Yep.
This was a great idea you had, Mark.
Yeah. So we, as a company, need to offer a referral program. Okay.
And we're working on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you guys should be able to offer a referral program as well. Yeah, it's a referral program works.
So here's a referral program that everybody can offer. All right. Make it easy for you. You ready? How much do you make per month on a new customer? Or on a new customer, how much do you make per month? $30, right? You make $30 a month per customer, right? If you keep that customer for 6 months, how much money do you make? $180, right? Here's a referral program, easy one for you. You can tell your customer, every new customer that you get me, that you referred to me, I will give you $30 one time. You're basically just giving them the first month $30. And if they stay for 6 months, you make $150 and you've given up $30 as a marketing expense. So simple, so easy. You make the 30, you remember, you get it a week and a half later. So they refer you a customer and tell them, hey, you can look at the calendar and say, you can expect your $30 on such and such date, or give it to them right away. Right, Andy. So if Andy, if you're my customer, not an ambassador, you're a customer, I say, hey, Andy, you obviously like Elevate, you're having fun. Who else do you know that we need to share this with? Oh, this one, that one. I tell you what, every time you refer somebody who signs up and becomes an Elevate student, I'm gonna give you $30. Cool. Andy, now you recommend your cousin signs up, boom, here's $30, right? David Romero, quick math, it's like 30% off their subscription in next month. Boom. So simple, so easy. Referral program, so good. Yes, yes, yes. All right.
All right.
All right. I think we kind of covered this one, regular communication by email.
Yeah. So we are sending out regular communication to your customers. We send the New Zealand email. We send the profit snatchers emails, and those are the emails that we're sending. And we're sending text as well to your customers.
But remember, the thing that they're going to respond to even more than communication from you.
Exactly.
They might open our email. They might read our text, but they will read your text. They will read your text. Okay. Here's one I think is really important. I added this one, Mark. You got enthusiasm, the last four letters, IASM. I am sold myself. So you need to make sure that you stay in the game, that you're using Elevate, that you're trading, that you're on profit snatchers to keep your energy and excitement about your product up so that you can be a product of the product. And you can encourage people from a place of passion, not just a place of profits. So you got to check yourself, right? When's the last time you took time to take a class? You took time to research something. You took time to, how passionate and excited are you about trading? I can tell you right now, when we show up in the office at Ibüümerang, the first question that comes up after, hey, how you doing? What's up is, you trade today? How'd you do? How'd you do? Trade today? How'd you do? Phones come out. Got my butt kicked today. I won today. Came out flat today. Here's what I did today. Charts start popping up. That's just me and Mark. And then Holton shows up. You guys trade today?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you do? How'd you do?
I only made $20,000.
Right. The other day, he was like, I lost $13,000.
Right.
Right? But here's what T Gray, I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. This is how we talk to each other. But we're into it. We are into it. Charts start coming up. Last Friday, we had the computer up on the big screen, had our gold markup up on the screen. Here's what we think gold's going to do next week.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, we're not just selling this thing. We're about it. Are you about it?
Yeah. Dude.
That's why people sign up with us, because it just radiates. It just radiates, right? And that's why people stay with us as well.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this up. You guys ready? Rod Smith, CEO Circle, 9 consecutive months. What does that mean? What does that mean? Nine consecutive months. It means he's able to keep his customers, right? So somebody just sent us a note. I'm gonna keep it private because they sent it to us privately, right? And they said, when I joined, we were told, leave the customers alone, let Ibüümerang take care of them, power of the PRIB. With our new great trading platform for Elevate, being involved with our customers adds value. As business owners, we need to be aware of what our customers need and pivot to support them. Correct. You're 100% correct, right? And here's what we mean. We mean that we are going to take primary responsibility for customer retention. We're not going to, if customers are falling out, we're not going to blame you. We're going to blame ourselves. And that's because we are responsibility people at Ibüümerang. Donnie Pips asked Holton Buggs at the CEO dinner, who's responsible for keeping the customers? What did Holton say, Donnie? He said, we are, the company is. He said, it's our responsibility. And Donnie is the only person that I believe had the right response to that. You know what Donnie always says? I hated that answer. He goes, I did not like that answer. Why? Because Donnie is a responsibility guy. And he's like, if I bring a customer, I'm not going to leave my entire fate in your hands of whether you're going to keep my customer. He agrees that it is our responsibility to deliver a quality product so that he's not bringing customers into a garbage environment. But he was like, there is no way in God's earth that I'm going to just sit back and let you just be responsible for my customers. He didn't get into an argument with Holton or anything. He just went into action. He said, I'm going to create an environment that will help keep my customers in the game. And that's why we have Coffee and Charts. Okay. So we have more resources than you do to do some high-tech things like David just put in the chat, right? But at the end of the day, we can't reach your customer at the personal level, right? Your customer that for the most part, you're some people that you know, right? Like my cousin Maurice, my wife's cousin Maurice, who's now my cousin Maurice, of course, he's a customer. At Boomerang and Elevate can send him emails all day. But we know what they can't do? They can't send him a text message that says, Reeves, did you take any classes at all this week, bro? I thought you said you were serious about making money. I thought you really wanted to learn this. I thought you didn't want to be in the education system all your life. I Boomerang and Elevate can't ever do that. Only I can do that. So that's why we are doing this training, not to say that it's anything is your fault or whatever, but to remind you, hey guys, you can't just hand over the reins. Yeah. I know what Holton means. Holton's a responsibility guy. Holton is the buck stops here kind of guy. If it's up to me, it's up to me. And that's why we follow him. That's why we are right there with him. If he goes left, we go left. If he says jump, we say how high, because we respect that in him. But at the same time, you got to also be able to say, okay, look, I got this customer. I'm the one getting $30 a month for this customer. I want to make sure I keep getting $30 a month for this customer. So you want to make sure you have a plan. Here's why Rod Smith is able to keep his customers. He has a plan. He has basically he said, okay, Boomerang and Elevate have done their part. Here's what I'm going to do. You guys are not ready for this. Are y'all ready? Y'all want to see this? This is the last slide. Y'all ready? Here we go. He has a whole curriculum. He has a whole curriculum. Whole curriculum. Okay? And I'm trying to see, I think I exported this as PDF as well. Yeah, so that I can do this one full screen with nothing blocking it. Hold on, let me do this. Let me switch my share so that y'all can just see just this. 2 seconds, I'm there. Hold on, I'm there. Let me share this other one instead. Boom, okay. Y'all see that? Y'all screenshot. I said, Rod, he was on Profit Snatchers, and he was like, I have this whole, we have a step-by-step that we put our new people through. So I text.
Vita Wood said, upload to the document section in Rank Up. Yep. Yeah.
Here's what we'll do. We'll get it. Marketing's going to clean it up and make it pretty, and we'll do it. Cool. We'll make it a tool. Okay. Thank you, Rod Smith, for your impact on the business, on everybody's business. We love you, brother. This is why you're 2-time Super Bowl champion and a Super Bowl of Life champion. Right. So I asked him to send it to me, and he sent me this. I was like, oh, wow, wait a minute. Right. Steps to success. You're going to take these 7 basics FX courses for new PIP chasers. Log into the hub, follow the path. Number 1, FX 101. This is detailed. On left toolbar, click the rocket ship. Start here. Click level 1, beginner. Click FX 101 course. Watch the roadmap and watch the course. Complete all videos in this section. Number 2, technical analysis. On left toolbar, click rocket ship. Start here. Level 1 beginners. Technical analysis 101. Complete all course content. 1, welcome to TradingView. 2, candlesticks. 3, support and resistance. 4, market structure. 5, trend lines. 3, unlocking ETM candles. On left toolbar, click Trading Academy. Click Profit Coaches. Click ETM. Enter the matrix supply and demand. Do prerequisites number 1 through 4. Watch the Sunday ETM class. Watch the most recent one. Number 4, focus, entry, and exit. Trading Academy, Profit Coaches, G Money Live Market Scan / course review. Number 4, G Money Vault. Watch number 5, technical, focus, entry, and exits. Number 5, focus, Ichimoku Kinko Hayu, the cloud. Trading Academy, Profit Coaches, G Money, Live Market Scans. Now click 4, G Money Vault. Click number 8, Ichimoku Kinko Hayu. Pay attention to breakout strategy. And then he says, study, take notes, ask questions, apply it in a demo, and go live as fast as possible. And then he doesn't stop there. When you start trading, here's your checklist. Number 1, check the news, forexfactory.com. And his group, his folks are trading gold. If you're teaching people or focusing people in any other directions, you can change this one. But he says, check the US dollar, then check gold, check the strength in TradingView. Then check for the trend. Is it going up or down? Number 4, go over your plan and speak positively. Number 5, before you start trading, look at the last couple of days and how the market's been flowing. Number 6, find your ideal setup and trade like a champ. This doesn't have to be exactly what you do.
That's fantastic.
But this is what he did. This is what he does. He's not leaving it to chance. Rod Smith has been a personal friend of Holton Buggs for, I don't know how many years, Rod. You can put it in the chat if you want to. But when Holton said, don't worry about the customers, we got them. Even Rod was like, okay, great. I know what he means, but I'm still going to take responsibility for my folks. This is not just for his customers. This is even for his ambassadors who sign up, because he wants to keep everybody on subscription. Why? Number 1, for their own personal benefit. Number 2, because he's a businessman. And he knows that somebody who already has a subscription is worth more than getting a new one. So we'll get this thing cleaned up, made pretty, because these are my 6 a.m. in the morning slides. But Mark is going to apply that marketing magic to it with his team. They'll make it really nice. We'll put it up in rank up documents, right? Another thing, Jackie, Jayla, that team, they have a step-by-step process. We'll put that one up too. They'll send it to us. We'll put that one up too. If you've got something that you're doing that's working, put it up. We'll give people options and choices. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. But at the end of the day, we need to team up on keeping your customers. If you are intentional about this, you will get results. You have to be intentional. You don't get what you want, you get what you deserve. All right. So let's work together to deserve to keep our customers.
Yeah.
Mark, anything else?
Yeah. So at the top of Elevate, the YouTube channel, we've got all of the Profit Snatcher videos being uploaded there. So you can pick and choose which ones you want to send out. Rod Smith, I would send his out. Yeah, he's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And here's one more reason why Rod Smith is incredible, right? One of the things I've noticed about top leaders, right? And Rod has known Holton since 2007. Okay. But one of the things I've noticed as a trait of top leaders is that they always give credit away. So I was just scrolling through the chat to check, and Rod said, you know, everybody's thanking Rod. And he's like, yeah, everybody's welcome. But the thanks really needs to go to Tanisha Gomez, who also has an incredible Elevate testimony, an incredible story, had a long learning curve, and then started having $20,000 months and stuff like that. Right. But Tanisha is actually the one on Rod's team who put this together. So Tanisha, we love you and we appreciate for doing this because you just made the whole company better.
Yeah.
You just made the whole company better. We love you.
Yeah, she's a realtor and she makes more money in trading than she does getting a close. And she's a single mom with 3 kids.
Yep.
She's fantastic.
So everybody show Tanisha some love in the chat as we start to wrap this up. We promise you guys we will get it done. We're a little bit over, but I think you guys love this and we're going to get this up on for you guys. And it's just another training where the numbers consistently went up through the training and we have more people. Today, nobody left. That's crazy. We didn't have anybody left. So good stuff. And Mark, I'm gonna we need to take a picture. It's just you and me today.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's do it.
Ready? On 3. If you're not ready, you're gonna miss it. 1, 2, 3. Mark, you're such a poser.
You too, bro. You too.
I know, right?
All right.
I know. Hey, we love you guys. Have a great Saturday.
Love you, ambassadors.
Keep your customers.
All right.